Hey, welcome to the channel, The Pop Enthusiast. I am Paul, and in today's video, we're going to talk about a recent value increase for a Marvel Funko Pop, Mr. Doctor Octopus. But before we get into that, I do want to say this video is sponsored by Mercari, the selling app, where you can pretty much buy and sell anything, including this guy. I have seen listings of him on Mercari and other sites for an increased value of around $75 to $100 some or more in some cases, which is just absolutely insane because not that long ago, just maybe a month ago or more, this was only valued at about $10 to $15. And I believe it might be vaulted now, but what could explain this price hike? We're going to talk about it in a second. So this price hike is interesting, and we're going to talk about some reasons why I think this value is going up, and also what the long-term value of this pop might be. So as I mentioned, this pop recently shot up in value, and I continue to see, even in my Facebook group, Funko Pop Fans, and in other Facebook groups, I continue to see posts of people searching for this pop. I guess a lot of people didn't have it. It was fairly common. I picked it up for retail, I think 3 or 4 years ago when it came out, and it was very easy to find. I thought it was still easy to find, but he was released with the other common wave of Marvel Pops that I have sitting right next to me, which included the original She-Hulk, Falcon in his classic outfit, Doctor Strange also in his classic outfit, Captain Marvel in her more recent costume or current costume, unmasked. There's a masked variant that's pretty easy to pick up that I have, but this was in this common wave with Doctor Octopus. And finally, Spider-Gwen, which is a really neat pop. So these 6 pops were released together in a wave, and it was, I think, one of the original Marvel series waves, kind of like they did originally when they came out with Doctor Doom and The Thing and Wolverine and Thor. So that first round of Funko Pops, which are really hard to find, that are valued at $100 or more a piece, these came as like a second wave, and maybe we're starting to see these go up in value, just like we did for that original wave. We're not quite there yet, I don't think, with any of these other pops, but Doctor Octopus is getting there now. So one reason why I think the value of this pop has skyrocketed recently is because of these pops I have in front of me right here. So these are some of the new pops from the movie Spider-Man No Way Home that's going to be coming out very soon. And there was some news that was leaked within the last month or so that this movie would include the Doctor Octopus character, and specifically the same actor and character from the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series, which is really awesome. It's really neat that they're going to be doing that, kind of having a different, like a whole Spider-Verse type of thing, where we have the Tobey Maguire's first set of Spider-Man movies and Andrew Garfield's 2 movies, and just combining all these characters together, which is really an awesome idea. I'm really looking forward to that movie. But because of that mention of Dr. Octopus, that has spiked, in my opinion, more interest in this guy, which is the only Dr. Octopus Funko Pop that exists. And so since there isn't one yet for the movie version, I guess people are going to the next best thing, which is the only one available, which is this guy. Now, in and of himself, it's a really awesome pop. So this is Dr. Octopus in his classic costume, the orange and green jumpsuit, and he has his 4 octopus arms on here and the really bad haircut that he sports all the time. So I think that's the main reason that's driving interest into this pop is, you know, one, the new Spider-Man No Way Home movie is coming out, and there's going to be a Dr. Octopus in that movie. Plus, there isn't another Dr. Octopus to get. So let's say that they do come out with a Dr. Octopus pop movie version, which looks very different than this. If that were to happen, you know, do I think that this value would go down? Probably a little bit. You know, I think part of the hype train that stuff happens to get, when pops get caught up in that hype train, it kind of sustains itself for a while. So the fact that people want this pop is driving up interest, and when people see other people wanting something, they oftentimes want that too. So it's what you may have heard of before, the FOMO, the fear of missing out. So I think that's going on in a lot of cases for this pop, that people are kind of scavenging and scrounging the internet trying to find, you know, $10, $15 listings of this, and maybe trying to flip it for $7,500. I'm sure that's happening. I'm not selling mine. This is a awesome piece to the Marvel collection that is a must-have for me, so I won't be selling that, but I'm sure there will be some people that will. So I think that's another angle that's causing this value of this pop to rise, is the fear of missing out, the FOMO that's happening. So I do think, though, that eventually the value on this pop will go down and it will settle. My estimate would be around $45, $50. And then it might see another spike go back up in the future, when a lot of these pops from that second Marvel wave become older, harder to find, as new collectors come into the mix and they start to find out what pops are out there and what pops exist. That oftentimes drives up value as well. And so some new Marvel fans, maybe based on the movie that's coming out, might get into the Funko Pop game and they want to get a Doctor Octopus for their collection, and so the demand will go up. But I think this will settle around $50. So for those of you seeing this online for like $75 to $100 and some dollars, my advice would be to wait for it to come down. I really think it's going to come down, but it will not go back to the initial value that it had, which is the low value of like $15, $10 or $15. I don't think that's going to happen. So let me know in the comments, do you have this Doctor Octopus? Are you planning on picking it up? Are you willing to wait for the value to go down? And how about these new No Way Home pops? These are amazing. These details are awesome. When I get the full set in, I'll probably do a video about it, but these are the first three that have come in. Here's a Doctor Strange from the movie, kind of doing some magic with one hand and then carrying a snow shovel with the other hand. So I don't know why he's got a snow shovel, but I'm sure we'll find out in the movie. And then we have two different versions of Spider-Man Spidey suits. One thing that would be awesome to see is if they came out with another version of the alternate Spider-Mans, the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans in an updated pop form. The older versions for both of those characters are the old kind of really plain looking pop figure pose. So it would be really neat to get some new updated versions of those. But here is the Spider-Man integrated suit, which is really neat. Kind of reminds me of the Iron Spider colors, at least, the Iron Spider outfit from the MCU movies. And then the Spider-Man black and gold outfit. Here's a crouching stance version of that character. So this mold, I think, has been used before, almost identical. I think it was the GameStop exclusive Negative Zone version of Spider-Man. I think it was exact same pose, but really neat. So I will be seeing this movie when it comes out. Hopefully you will too. We'll kind of see all the cameos and all the multiverse greatness. But in the meantime, hold off on this guy. I think it's a little bit of a hype train right now for the reasons I mentioned, but he will be a great addition to your collection if you don't have them, but just be patient and wait. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to click the like button if you did, and also to subscribe to the channel, The Pop Enthusiast. We're approaching 3,000 subscribers, so we're going to have a giveaway at that point. Also, check out, if you haven't already, my Facebook group, Funko Pop Fans, where we're approaching 20,000 members. And we do some awesome Grail sales in that group if you haven't been a part of that already. So check that out. But thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.